Welcome to podcast number 8 on 1 Corinthians 15, the great resurrection chapter of the Bible. I'm Pastor Craig Croshaw of Oaks Bible Church, Santa Barbara. I just want to take you verse by verse through some of the great teachings of this great chapter of the Bible. And for today, we're in 1 Corinthians 15, chapter 9 and 10, where Paul is talking about his amazing conversion and how Paul was met by Jesus at his post-resurrection. And Paul says, "For I am the least of the apostles and not fit to be called an apostle because I persecuted the church of God." Think on that just for a moment. Paul says, I'm not even worth being called an apostle. I'm not worthy to be called an apostle. I often say, Lord, I'm not worthy to be a pastor. I'm not worthy even to be your follower. Now, I may not have persecuted the church of God as Paul did, but I rebelled. I struggled. I led my life the way I wanted to. I was a self-made and self-sufficient person. I didn't need God. I wasn't worthy of being brought into God's kingdom, but I was. Do you know that you're not worthy either? You've done those things that have displeased God, and if you're honest with yourself, you would say the same thing as Paul. I'm not worthy to be called a Christian, a follower of Christ, and yet he accepts you. He loves you. He brought you in. To Paul, he struck him blind on the road to Damascus. What did he do to you to get him to follow? Or is he still trying to get your attention? And are you willing to give him your life as Paul did? Goes on in verse 10 to say, by the grace of God, I am what I am. I love that phrase. We can all relate to that. By the grace of God, I am what I am. I am today a follower of Christ, a lover of Him, a pastor, one who God uses hopefully to touch people. God will do the same for you, and you are what you are because of God, of what Jesus has done for you. That's the mark of humility that Paul had in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Has He marked you for Him? Has He let you realize that you don't deserve to be what He calls you, that is a child of His, a beloved friend? And yet He's called you that. Receive Him. Trust in Him. We'll see you next podcast. God bless you.